like the Shakadin,
Right.
which I think actually still struggled because you could just get more value early on.
Sure. I mean, Shakadin is supposed to be Zoo, but just
You don't get
less
much value out
efficient.
of divine favor. Not as much as out of divine favor.
All right. Well, tennis. UNC tennis. He needs. If he comes to the LAN, I'm gonna sit him down and say you need to get a different username. UNC tennis is just so vague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did see the Florida Gators stuff on his wall. He had a flag and a sign for the Gators.
Wait. So his username is UNC, but he cheers for the Gators? Maybe
Yeah.
did one undergrad and one
Yeah, well,
one as a
UF
graduate
is
school.
University of Florida is actually a pretty big.
Right. But I'm saying, like, why would
postgrad.
he put UNC in his... Like, those guys are big rivals.
Maybe it stands for something else.
He probably went to, like, Stanford or something.
I'm baffled. Baffled.
Alright.
We'll try and get an answer for you guys because I know
We will, because this definitely is an important question to ask.
it's a puzzle. It really is.
Would you play just the one Clockwork Gnome and hold on to the
Yep.
rest?
You want the opportunity to buff the Undertaker out of range of. Well, like I said, wouldn't. No, it would. Yeah.
Right.
Buff
Just to
the-
challenge it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hunter is still very powerful against Zoo if it can get off to a really good start. The power of Zoo is being able to punish, and so if it wasn't able to capitalize on its early start, then it often gets bullied by Hunter because it takes too much damage tapping. Hunter can clear really efficiently, and it can race really well. The question is, what kind of Hunter is followed up by it? Does it have Unleash the Hounds and Knife Jugglers and Snake Traps? Is it just simply a mid-range with Sludge Belchers? It's slower?
Yeah, Lothep doesn't really give too much away because you can fit Lothep in both of those.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That is the dream. Oh my goodness, he has a finicky stealth cloak feel too. Like, that gives him the ability to do some wild stuff next turn. Because turn 4, you're afraid of the implosion. So you can hide it for turn 3, or turn 4 rather.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do it now too.
I like it doing it now because the Leper Gnome still challenges the Flame Imp, and
Yeah, just because of this, he still can juggle it technically.
3 mana next turn you can still buff it twice with Haunted Creeper and Clockwork Gnome.
It's actually a really cool play. The juggle on the 2-1 though would be so big.
It would.
I think he's gonna go for it though.
1 and 3 though.
So many possibilities.
Do you juggle with the Leper Gnome?
You can juggle with the Undertaker.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
1 in 3 chance though. It wasn't very likely.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not. I don't think that changes his play much. I don't think he really would have done anything different even if he had known that it wasn't going to juggle the Leper Gnome.
Sure.
If he could see into the future.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So many possibilities.
Quiet's in a very bad spot. Oh, so it is Houndmaster. So it's a little bit of a more sport-centric, slower approach. Go off the Knife Juggler, I suppose. And then from here, he's got pretty firm board control. Best part is, most likely, his opponent will have to spend his board trading into the Undertaker, and then he's got a Houndmaster on the Haunted Creeper.
Yeah.
Right on curve.
Really great curve. Lothep to follow it up as well. It's like that he draws into something else.
Yeah, it's really too bad he has to overkill right now.
And when you're playing defensive like this as the Warlock, then that's exactly what the Hunter wants.
Yeah, this is just too good value to pass up otherwise. Yeah. Really? Eagle Horn Bow is okay too, but you're putting 4 damage onto the battlefield as well with the Houndmaster. Oh man, Time Rewinder with 2 minions with strong battle cries.
Yep. Yeah, I get Lothep isn't really that strong against Zoo. I mean, Implosion, yeah.
Okay.
But that's their only spell that they run now. Not the strongest of turns.
Animal Companion. got some really strong momentum on the board here. So he played a little bit off curve. It's fine. He still has a really strong command over the board. His opponent doesn't have any way to easily deal with this, short of a power overwhelming. The 3 damage difference is so big. Undertaker gives him some buffs, but it gets challenged easily again.
He can time rewinder the Houndmaster next turn. Make a 4.
Yeah, so what he can do is he can kill a
5,
minion,
6.
time rewinder, and play it again.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Wild.
He's gonna have a 4-5. Oh no, a 5-6. What? That doesn't make sense. All right, so you kill off the leopard gnome, you time rewind it.
Oh no, he's gonna go with that.
So it's definitely this. That was definitely the cooler play.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's still crazy.
A situation where Leok is actually really good.
There's many situations Leok is really good.
I didn't say the situation. I said a situation. I like Leok.
With 2 haunted creepers. Okay, I think that Ironbeak Owl keeps him in the game.
Yeah, one of the best draws in that situation.
Yeah. Still going to be tough though because of his positioning. Like he didn't position the leopard gnome in the middle, so no matter what,
Yeah.
he can't maximize his damage across everything.
Yeah.
It's something a little unfortunate that a lot of players don't really think about on the small micro scale, but
Especially when you're behind, you tend to make quicker snap decisions.
right.
You don't necessarily think a couple turns ahead. You're just trying to minimize as much damage as possible by emptying your hand.
I wonder.
He's at 12 health.
You
can
can't
actually
tap
just-
that much more. It's fine because he can still crash into one of these.
There
He
we
can
go.
crash into like the spiders and activate his egg and still have some reasonable amount, but still, it's a pretty tough position to climb back from.
Almost out of time.
Yeah. Like a little bit better positioning there, and he would have been able to, I think, even clear one more creature off the board.
No. 4, 9, 11 damage. He is 1 damage off lethal. So, guess you just low that hero power.
Huh? Well,
Or
it's
maybe you time rewind or something back so you have the guaranteed. No, you can't do that. You don't have the guaranteed kill. You need a hero power this turn, right?
yeah.
I'd be really surprised if he goes for the board clear. I guess how much damage is on board? 7, 8, 10? So he's afraid of a Doomguard top deck killing him.
Yeah, because with Direwolf Alpha on the board, it would be enough.
Sure.
And at this point, it's actually
Okay.
not too far-fetched
That's fair.
to
That's
assume.
fair.
So going with the kill command might have been a little bit risky. No, actually,
Right.
because he wouldn't be able to life tap. It would have just been one draw. Because he would have been put him at 1 health if he did that.
Right.
So maybe not that
He wanted
risky.
to eliminate any chance for a comeback.
Yeah.
So this will seal the game because he can't actually stop the damage anymore. All right, so the Hunter is going to take game 2 here, and very quickly UNC Tennis jumps out to match point already. And we're going to go to, what's the third deck here, TJ?
Mage for UNC Tennis and Shaman for Quiet. So
Not good. Not good for Quiet.
a lot of it,
But
I think a little bit
can't
depends
really
on
argue.
what type of mage it actually is.
Can't really argue with the, with what Tennis is doing here. He's just playing pretty solid game plan. Hunter, Zoo, really strong decks. It's those are the decks that people often play in these open